What's up, YouTube? Herbivores here, and today we're going back to the roots of the channel, and we're going to make a pickup video, something I haven't done in a very long time, but I'm going to start doing them monthly again because I've been watching them a lot recently, and I just love pickup videos. I love to see what other people are collecting, and perhaps you want to see what I'm collecting, so let's just get to it here. Recently, Shoot the Corecast is the guy Game Boy Guru and Addicted, or you could call him Metal Fro or Game Boy Guru. And I recently got into his podcast. I really found his podcast. Well, I found him through Twitter, and then I found his YouTube channel, and I was like power watching his YouTube channel, and then got into his podcast. And they've been talking about a lot about shooting games. So a lot of these pickups are shooters. But first, let's get into a couple of them. My good buddy, the Ice Pirate, recommended this game to me, and I know you guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but I never had it or played it. Doom 3 on the original Xbox. I was on vacation last week. That's when I ordered all this stuff, so that's what took a little bit longer to do this video. This was the first game that came in, and it was like $5, complete in box, Xbox as we speak. So yeah, I'm not that far into it. I think I just maybe 40 minutes into it. Like I said, I'm not that far into it. I just wanted to make sure it worked. And I do plan on playing it. It's just that I got all these other games and my whole room is covered in games. So, all right, what else do we got here? Oh, great channel that I watch every Sunday for their streams. And I just get super excited whenever I see their videos is My Life in Gaming. And a couple weeks ago, they were playing Total Eclipse on the 3DO, so I looked it up because it looked like a cool game. It looked like kind of Star Fox. It's not as good as Star Fox. The graphics are better than Star Fox. This game was, I think, $7 complete. Granted, I'm not sure if this comes with a long box. A lot of the 3DOs have long boxes. I have a couple back there. But the problem with the long boxes is it's really hard to put them on the shelves because those things are huge. So I was happy. I'm happy when I'm collecting 3DO games to just have the CD cases. I don't need the giant long box. Although I do have a game where it only comes in a long box. So it's just a weird system. Really, really long boxes. They're just kind of stupid. I don't like them at all. Um, so let me get into the other games real quick before I get into all shooters because I might just bore you guys if you're not into them. I went to GameStop to pick up Raiden IV, which is a shooter, and I heard about this on the podcast. I think it was like episode 5. Really good podcast. You should really check it out. So got this. Raiden 4 is on the 360, and that's kind of going for a lot of money. So I was like, I better go pick this up, especially for how cheap it is. It's only like $14. I think I got it for 13 something. And while I was there, I collect like everything. So like I'm all over the place on collecting, but I really have been trying to get a full VR set. So I found Radial G Racing Evolved for the VR for under $10. So I picked it up. Super excited. Was hoping that it was going to be like Wipeout, but it's not as fast as Wipeout. It's I put maybe about an hour or two into it. It's not as fun as Wipeout, I'll be honest. I don't know if it's because they're afraid of people getting sick going too fast, but I feel like the game's just not fast enough. So let's get into some Game Boy games. As you know, in my goals video, I talked about getting all the Mega Mans on Game Boy. So I did get the first one, and I'm at Dr. Wily's castle. The only thing that sucks is you have to play the level before with the password to get to the final level. And I keep beating the level before, but I have yet to beat the final level in that game. So I'll get to it though. That game's hard. I mean, people talk about it on the internet being hard. It's hard. It's a hard Mega Man game. So it's a fun game, but it's definitely difficult. And then I got Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. So we got 2 of the Mega Man games. I mean, I turned it on to make sure it worked, but I've yet to play it because I want to beat the first one for obvious reasons. And then I got R-Type DX for the Game Boy Color. Um, they were talking about R-Type, I think, in episode 2 of Shoot the Corecast. And that's one of the games they were talking about. They were talking about the Game Boy version, but this one has R-Type, like the Game Boy one, R-Type 2, and then it has a remake for the Game Boy Color. and it's like 3 games in one, so it's really awesome. And it was like $8. Um, and through Shoot the Corecast, I was also listening to another podcast I found. It was called Atari Game by Game, and so I was listening to like a bunch of Atari games, and I was like really getting into Atari because I love Atari. So I was playing Atari all last week when I was on vacation from work, and well, Shoot the Corecast was also talking about Spider Fighter and Demon Attack. Now I had Demon Attack, but I didn't have Spider Fighter, so I picked up Spider Fighter, and this is a really great game. And there's actually like a contest where if you get over 40,000, you get like a patch. So I really try to beat that, and I got like 50,000, 52,000 was my highest. I posted it on Twitter, but that was my not my highest actually. And I also picked up Phoenix because this was a game that they were talking about on the Atari Game by Game podcast. So I picked this up, and it's kind of in the same realms of Demon Attack and Spider Fighter. So it was a really fun game. I never played it before. But yeah, so Phoenix, these games, dude, Atari games are cheap as hell right now. I guess because nobody cares about the older systems. Like I said, I collect all over the place, so I was all for it. Now, as I was listening to the Shoot the Corecast, they were talking about the different variations of Demon Attack. Now, I have a Demon Attack on the 2600 and on the Atari 400, which is the 8-bit computer system. So I just was, for the fun of it, I looked at it for the Intellivision. Even though it's a different game, it really, I mean, it has similarities, but the Intellivision and the 400 are definitely different than the 2600 version. So I looked it up on eBay just as a, see how much it was going for. And I found a lot of games for the Intellivision with Demon Attack for I think $7, and I didn't have any of these Intellivision games. So obviously I got Demon Attack. Now all 4 of these games came with the instruction manuals and both overlays. So they're actually on the shelf over there already. I already put them away. Astro Smash. This game is where you play as like an astronaut, and it's kind of like Asteroids, but you're playing as an astronaut, which is pretty cool. Night Stalker, this kind of plays a lot like Demon Attack actually, where like you control like a ship and you're blowing up things that are coming down. It actually has an auto fire, which I kind of feel like is cheating, so I didn't really use that mode. And then maybe Space Hawk is the one that's like that. Night Stalker is, I forget. These 2 games, I might be confusing the 2 of them. But anyway, I got those 4 games for like $7. And then as I was there, I was also thinking of a Intellivision game that everybody's been recommending to me that I've yet to pick up. And it's really great. It's Burger Time. Now, same thing. This was a separate lot. Just 1 game, but it did come with the instruction manual and both overlays. So, last 3 here. Because of the Shoot the Corecast. Again, I know I keep talking about them, but I didn't have R-Type on the Master System. My Master System collection's getting up there now, but I didn't have this game because it was always pretty expensive, and I got it for I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but I remember this game being like $40 or $50 before, and it was definitely not that much. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked it up just yet. So I picked it up. It's a tough game. It really is. I haven't spent that much time with it because I'm playing the Game Boy version, but this is no easy game. And my final 2 games are on the PSP. Sir Flash from Studio Mudprints a few years ago put together a PSP shooter collection video of all the different PSP games that were shooters. So I started looking through them, and as you know, with my goals, I'm really trying to beat the Gradius game. Well, the first Gradius. So I picked up the Gradius collection. I could get a lot further in Gradius than this. The problem is there's like an auto, like select of your upgrades that kind of drives me a little insane. I have to figure out how to shut it off. But like I could get to like the end of stage 4, no issues with this, like with 1 live. Where on the Nintendo version, so. There you go. And then also, this game is a blast. Space Invaders Extreme. I think any person that's like a fan of like old school Atari games, Space Invaders, obviously, this is like a unique twist. This is the 30th anniversary of Space Invaders when this came out, which was in 2000, probably 5 or 6, I would guess. Where's the? I'm trying to find it. Trademark 78. No, maybe it came out in 2008. I don't know. I don't see a trademark on it. Anyway, I don't know specifically, but this is a really fun game. I've actually been playing this probably the most on the PSP. I mean, I play the Gradius collection too, but I got to figure out how to shut off that auto weapon selecting thing. So, anyway, guys, this is just a quick pickups video for January. I should have started in December with all my Christmas pickups, but I kind of feel like that's kind of too far to make a video now that it's a month later. So. Anyway, guys, what have you picked up recently? Anybody that has a pickups video or makes one on their channels, leave your channel name below because I love checking out all new channels, and I pretty much subscribe to all gaming channels. So I love to check out content. So just leave a comment below on what you got, and thanks for watching. Herb Wars out.